Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
This sounds very erotic.
much I can do. Oh, yeah. Lord. Can find a way. Stay with me now, just to show me, Lord, how to pray. How to pray. But if you climb, then leaving it plain. Should have been nice to deserve your grace. Lord, baby, how can I break the rules? So much I can do, baby. How can I break the rules? Nah, nah, nah. So much I can do, Lord. Woo, yeah. Baby, yeah.
fruity, 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 fruity.
Ring,
Ring, ring,
ring,
ring, ring,
ring,
ding a ding,
a ding,
ring a ding,
ring a ding,
ring a ding, ring a ding, a ring a ding, ring a ding, a ding, a ring, ring, ring.
ring a ding. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome everybody to Apex on this Thursday, the 19th of March. It is just approaching 20 past 8. It is time for game night. I hope you are all doing well. Welcome to the game. Congratulations, you've got some pennies out of the Plinko machine. Decided to give you a double or quits this week and doubled it rather than quitting it, I suppose. Very many thanks to Claire for that pack and to Lewis for proofing it. Do come and join the game. SVVB is the code you need for this game of Apex. This pack has been written by Samster and proofed by Lewis. And while you're all coming to join the game, quick reminder, Universal Controller is right there. Room code is there. Let me say hello to all of you all. Good evening and welcome to SJ, Proves, JR, Shapes, Fetz, Colin, Stilgar, Woollyback, Nando, Flyboy, Aristotle, Arun, BC, Matt the Sprat, Davidovich, Stimson's Angle, AB Me, Ukulalis, CJ, Dan, PC, Bungle, Clive, Happy, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are all most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you've enjoyed the sunshine as it sort of came out for, it's been out the last couple of days, actually. It's been very pleasant. Arden Fett is claiming 1,000 pennies, not wanting to spin the wheel of chance, as it were, so have 1,000 pennies. So, this pack, written by Sam, proofed by Lewis. Conrad Lack, welcome to the stream. Now, updates on hardware stuff, because we had some issues on Saturday with the brand new PC still causing lockup. So, I put my best people on it, mainly Bungle. And we've discovered a few ways that I can make economies in OBS, which I have implemented. I've also disabled HAGS, which is hardware accelerated graphics scheduling, which apparently can be problematic. That is now disabled. And yet, according to HW Monitor, I am still using 100% of my GPU. And when I did a test record earlier in the week, which is basically everything except for the actual streaming encoding, just the recording, it was topping out at about 80% GPU. So I find it hard to believe that the actual encoding and streaming is bumping it up to 100%. But oh, I do want it to use 100%. Oh, okay, fine. Well, I read that somewhere maybe I don't want it to use 100%, because then if it spikes or anything, something crashes. Anyway, I don't know. We're into new territory. We're into new territory in that HAGS is now disabled, and we're going to see if that improves. I've also killed some of the encoding that was going on in OBS. I hadn't realized that if you hide a source, it still renders it in the background. So I had, like, the operator, which is a 4K feed, was being captured and rendered, and then no one could see it. So it's just, like, unnecessary computing power. But, say, we're still using 100%. And the GPU fans are spinning, which is good. When it stopped the other day, the GPU fans stopped spinning. It is possible we could blame the software here rather than the hardware. Prey, welcome on into the stream. You would like a lottery? Let me give you a lottery. Prey, oops. Prey streams, Ville success. Ta-da! 689. Well.
What a shame.
What a shame. I didn't get to press that in Plinko earlier on. My mic's too close. Is it? Is that too close for you, Graham? Is it giving you weird feelings? Yeah, possibly. Now, you may have noticed a last-minute addition to the schedule for tonight. We are playing The Drain again. I've made some changes. Many thanks to Dev and Score, particularly, who came in with some ideas. I did a little mini dev stream on Tuesday night. I've made some changes to it. Hoping it's going to run, hopefully we're going to like it a little more than we perhaps did the other day. I don't think anyone hated it, but I think there was a general feeling that there could be more to it. So we're going to be doing a bit more. I do need a fourth player. I've got 3 players. I could do with a fourth. So if anyone is interested in making up a fourth, you will need a microphone. You will need to come into the Discord. Come and, if you can... maybe don't tell me in chat, because everyone will spam the chat. Okay, Prey is the first one that I've seen, so okay, you don't need to have everyone spam the chat. Prey, you can be the fourth player, and I will send you all some rules in a bit. So we will be playing with The Drain with Prey and 3 other people, and I'll make sure I get that set up. So yes, that will be lovely. Now, the first game though tonight is Apex. The bottom right, that is the ukulelist, I believe, Clive, in the bottom right, underneath Flyboy, and on the right of Silver Electron is ukulelist. Or possibly the QR code is what you're mistaking it with. So, Apex, there are 3 rounds in this game. The first one is a little bit of a speed test. It's all multiple choice. The second round, it is all relative ordering, and then the third round is league relative ordering. I feel like might be a little bit less. I mean, this might be about it this evening. We're at 41 viewers. I think there's quite a few people who are unable to be here this evening. Quick reminder while I've got your attention, this Saturday I'm going to be late. I've got a concert Saturday night in Brighton at 6. probably will finish sometime after 7, and then it's an hour to get back. So best will in the world. I'm unlikely to get going before 8:30. So just to give you a heads up, and I'll remind you in the Discord as well. Speaking of the Discord, come and join it right there. Quick reminder that we don't want anybody Googling answers, and if you've missed any episodes of Game Night, you can go and catch up on demand at stephanieshare.com/on-demand. Something amusing happens over the course of the stream. You can, of course, suggest a raid message. You can suggest up to 3, and my favourite will become the episode title, the raid message, and you'll get 250 pennies, so definitely worth doing. If I can delay until about 5 p.m. Monday, I'll be back in time for it. I fear I cannot delay quite that much, Shapes. Are you off gallivanting this weekend? And neither can you use Encarta 97 CD. You have not still got a computer with a CD drive, Bungle. Lies. This is lies. Right, I'm going to give you 30 more seconds, and then we're going to lock this lobby. And our quiz will begin. I'm nearly out of wine already. Which is less than ideal, but such is life. Right, that was about 30 seconds, probably. Right. No, we're not at that point. It's not quite warm enough for Prosecco. Prosecco is more of a summer thing. So wine, I say wine is a winter thing, but I tend to drink red wine from sort of January until, well, if I'm not doing dry January until about March, April. As soon as the weather starts warming up, I'm more inclined to buy Prosecco. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's long enough, gang. And Score, welcome to the stream. How many have we got? In fact, just tap the number there. 26. 26 of you in the game. And hope you are all ready to play. Let's lock it up. And go to our first round. First round is called Ignition. You need to answer 5 increasingly difficult multiple choice questions. The harder the question, the more points you earn. Ties will be broken on total response time. The first question, the easiest question is worth 1, and then 2 points, then 3, then 4, then 5. So potentially 15 points up for grabs. It's all for naught. The points don't carry forward. All you're doing is setting the order. Simple as that. So on your devices, it's all multiple choice. Tap the button, and there is a little bit of a speed element here. The ties are broken on speed. So, of course, you're still going to get the question right, but ties will be broken on speed. So bear that in mind. Right, good luck to you all, and very many thanks once again to Samster for this question pack and to Lewis for proofing. Let's take a look at our first question. Often associated with knights, a gauntlet would be worn on which part of the body? Head, foot, chest, or hand? A couple of players clicking too quick, they're saying. The correct answer was the hand. They're like big gloves, aren't they, gauntlets? I remember in the Crystal Maze, they put the gauntlets on before you do something that involved rope. Normally. But hand is the correct answer. 22 getting it right, 4 getting it wrong. Let's reorder the chain. With correct answers rising and wrong answers falling, Shadowmane goes straight to the apex. As we move to our next question. It was. Yeah, it didn't really take off. That was a very early one, score count. Didn't really take off. Here's your second question. Tinker Tailor Spider Spy is a mission from a video game in which you play as which comic book character? Bruce Wayne, Miles Morales, Reed Richards, Tony Stark. The correct answer. Miles Morales, as in Spider-Man Miles Morales, if you've seen Into the Spider-Verse or any of the other Spider-Man tangential media. Miles Morales is the answer. Let's reorder the chain. It's 20 people getting it right, just 6 getting it wrong. And happy okay. You are at the apex. I imagine you will be very happy being there. Let's see if you can hang on to it. Let's move on to our next question. This is worth 3 points. According to the NHS, which of these do you need to eat more than 2 of to get 1 of your 5 a day? Kiwis, apricots, satsumas, plums. Time. Correct answer. Apricots. I feel it's very misleading to say you need 5 a day. But for all of these, you need at least 2. Kiwis, plums, and satsumas, you need 2 of them to equal your 5 a day. Apricots, you actually need 3 apricots to meet your 5 a day, which feels like you're being punished. Trying to do 5 a day, just eat 5 apricots. It's not enough, unfortunately. Let's 8 players getting that one right. 18 of you getting it wrong. Let's reorder the chain. And Happy maintaining the apex at the moment. For the second question in a row as we move on to question number 4. Take a look at this. Which of these Red albums was released most recently? Grand Funk Railroad Grand Funk Red album, Taylor Swift Red, King Crimson Red, Weezer the Red album. 5 a day for large values of 5. So 5 a day for small values of 5 a day for large values of 1, I suppose it would be. Or 5 a day for large values of is it No, I don't know. I can't even syntax at the moment. Correct answer. It's Taylor Swift's Red album. Grand Funk was 1970, King Crimson 74, Weezer in 2008, and Taylor Swift in 2012. 20 players getting that one right. Let's reorder the chain. And Colin moves up to the top spot and takes the apex with 1 question remaining in the round. Let's take a look at this. Which of these European mountains is the tallest? Ben Nevis, Mount Olympus, Mount Pico, Mont Blanc. Time. Correct answer. It's Mont Blanc. For the longest time, I thought Mont Blanc was the tallest mountain in Europe, but I'm being disabused in my notes here. 19 players getting that right, incidentally. So the UK's Ben Nevis is the 34th tallest in Europe. It's the tallest mountain in the UK. Portugal's Mount Pico is 25th in Europe. Greece's Mount Olympus is 14th. And Italy/France's, they have to share it like a divorcing couple. That's Mont Blanc, and that is 3rd highest in Europe. Mont Blanc was the correct answer. Let's reorder the chain. And Colin, after 5 questions, you've got 14 points, and you are at the apex. So, Colin off getting an advantage at the start here with 14 points at the top of the chain, the apex of the chain. It then goes Shapes, Conradlac, Arun, Clive, JR, PC to Computers, aka Graham, Prugs, Cola, Flyboy, BC, ABME, Prey, Ukulelis, Happy, Jogging, Woollyback, Silver Electron, Matt the Sprat, Shadowmane, Topper, Stilgar, CJ, Dan, Stimpson's Angle, and Bungle. But that is only half the story, and from here, those positions can change very, very quickly because it is time for round 2. Round 2 is elevation. Answer correctly to rise up the chain. Answer incorrectly and you will fall down the chain. Points and time are no longer a factor and positions remain relative. What that means is you don't have to rush to get your answers in. There is no timed element. Just getting it right is the main thing. So take your time, think about the question before submitting an answer. Positions remain relative. What that means is that if you're ahead of someone at the moment and you both give the same answer, either you're both right or you're both wrong, you will still be ahead of that person moving forward. Effectively, all the people who are right will move forward, all the people who are wrong will move up, rather, and all the people who are wrong will move down. So it's relative ordering, and it's one of these rounds where if you are right and lots of people are wrong, you get a very big boost. If you are wrong and lots of people are right, it can damage you very, very badly. If lots of people are right, or the majority are right, or the majority are wrong, then it won't affect the scores quite so badly. Just to gloss over the rules for you right there. So there's 10 questions in this round, random order of difficulty. Let's see how we get on. Colin, you are currently at the apex. Let's see if you can hang on to it. Let's take a look at our first question. Which of these horrible histories books is set the furthest back in time? Blitz Brits, Gorgeous Georgians, Terrible Tudors, Vile Victorians. to the discourse in chat, I've noticed on the VODs recently that there is some background noise. It might be the fans. I suspect it is the fans, but I don't want to interrupt the game to try and investigate it at the moment. I could probably put a noise gate, a more aggressive noise gate on my microphone. I might try that at the end of this round. If it's not being too much of a pain for people, stop the fans, please. Hopefully, I'm talking so much over it that hopefully it's not too much of an issue. The correct answer there, for what it's worth. It's terrible Tudors. 21 players getting that one right, 5 getting it wrong. So yeah, Tudors 1485 to 1603. The Georgians 1714 to 1830. The Victorians 1837 to 1901. And the Blitz Brits 1940 to 1941. Terrible Tudors was the answer. 21 getting it right. Let's reorder the chain. And a little bit of a shuffle there. And Colin maintaining, or retaining, I should say, the apex. Very well played. On we go to our next question. The number removed from which of these brands is the highest? Fashion retailer Forever, penetrating oil WD, skincare product E, genomics company, and me. Time. The word penetrating has managed to get into game night somehow. The correct answer is the skincare product E. Just 8 players getting this one right. That's E45. The penetrating oil is WD-40. The fashion retailer is Forever 21. And the genomics company is 23andMe. So E45, Rush E45, was the correct answer. Just 8 getting it right. Let's reorder the chain. And Colin, for I think the 3rd question in a row, possibly even the 4th, retains the apex. Still plenty of time to go as we move to question number 3. Take a look at this. Reflecting its prevalent use by the painter of the same name, the adjective Titian usually describes hair of what colour? Black, brown, red, or blonde? Time. The correct answer. It's red. Titian is a shade of red. 8 players getting it right, and Colin is not among them. Shadowbane, welcome to the stream. So you are going to lose the apex. Let's reorder the chain. And there's a big jump for a few players. Yes, only a handful getting it right, and that's a big boost for them. And a run moves to the apex after a 3rd question of this round. Let's see how long they can hang on to it for as we go to question number 4. Which of these people has never hosted the game show Bullseye? Freddie Flintoff, Tim Vine, Alan Carr, Dave Spikey. Time. Correct answer. Tim Vine is the answer. It's a shame Jim Bowen's not up there, but because I knew he definitely had. But Freddie Flintoff has, Dave Spikey has. Apparently, Alan Carr hosted the show 5 times as part of his epic game show. That's a trick, says Bungle. He's very disappointed. I had to press that button.
Pain.
Yeah, Tim Vine was the answer. He has unequivocally never hosted Bullseye. 9 players getting it right. Let's reorder the chain. And a big boost for a couple of players down at the bottom end. A run maintaining the apex. I keep saying maintaining. I mean retaining. Retaining the apex. Let's see if they can do it for another question. Let's go to question number 5. Blue is the warmest colour. Portrait of a lady on fire. And Celine and Julie Go Boating are all films set in which country? Canada, Switzerland, France, Belgium. I suppose maintaining does still work, doesn't it? Time. Correct answer. It's France. All set in France. Celine possibly being a bit of a help there. Mind you, they're all French-speaking countries, I guess, so could have gone anyway. 15 players getting it right, including a run. Let's reorder the chain. And at the midpoint, a run has the apex. Topper is in second. Shapes in third. JR fourth. Matt in fifth. So, 5 questions to go in this round. A run doing well, hanging on to the apex. Let's see if he can keep that position as we go to question number 6. Which of these TV shows is not based on the works of George R.R. Martin? House of the Dragon, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Game of Thrones, The Rings of Power. Time. The correct answer is The Rings of Power. So Game of Thrones is based on his Song of Ice and Fire epic series. House of the Dragon is based on Fire and Blood. And A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is a prequel based on the Tales of Dunk and Egg. It aired, I believe, earlier this year. Rings of Power is, of course, based on Tolkien's Lord of the Rings legendarium. And this is very, very interesting because only 2 got it right, and they are positions 2 and 3, Topper and Shapes. This represents the biggest fall, almost the biggest fall from grace you can have in this game, because the only one's getting it wrong, I'm afraid you have to go to the back of the chain. Oof. Oof.
Pain.
Yes, pain indeed. A run maintains the apex, and everyone else shuffles just that little bit closer. We have got 4 questions remaining. Let's go to our next one. The Resident Evil game with which of these subtitles was released first? Village, Requiem, Revelations, Biohazard. That is time, the correct answer. Resident Evil Revelations was 2012, Biohazard 2017, Village 2021, and Requiem 2026. Was Village the one with Lady Dimitrescu and the giant not quite a baby thing? That seemed to do the rounds on social medias. Village people. Resident Evil Village people. God, that's a horrifying image. But yeah, I think that's the. I mean, I'm so out of touch with the Resident Evil series. Sex zombie lady, yes, sex zombie lady, possibly. I think she was a vampire actually. But yes, 9 players getting that one right. Let's reorder the chain. And there we go. That top row entirely in green, getting that one right. And a run once again retains the apex. As we continue to our next question, which is 3 to go, take a look at this. For many autistics existing in a world not built for them, anxiety is the baseline and constant background hum, is a quote from which comedian's 2023 book, Strong Female Character? Fern Brady, Stevie Martin, Maisie Adam, Amy Gledhill. Time. Correct answer. Fern Brady. I have to say, I think there's only a couple I've actually heard of up there, and Fern Brady was not among them, but I have no further notes with which to give you. And 12 players getting it right, 14 getting it wrong. Let's reorder the chain. A run for about 5 questions now has held on to the apex, continues to do so here with just 2 questions to go. A run's at the top, Matt's in second, Cola's in third, Clive's in fourth, and Proogs is in fifth. 2 questions to try and shift your position before we go to the league phase. Let's take a look at question number 9. Which of these is an insect, meaning that it has precisely 6 legs when fully grown? Tick, woodlouse, silverfish, tardigrade. Time. The correct answer It's a silverfish. Only 7 getting it right. A run not amongst them. We'll check in how that affects the rest of the game is just a tick. But yeah, speaking of ticks, a tick is an arachnid. It has 8 legs. A woodlouse is a crustacean, again with 8 legs. And a tardigrade is a microscopic animal. I don't know why that inherently discounts it from having legs, but I'm assured it is either more or fewer than 6. Silverfish is what the only time I've ever heard of a silverfish is in an episode of Breaking Bad when Skylar has to spray the money for silverfish. I didn't actually bother to look up what it was, but apparently it's an insect with 6 legs. Let's reorder the chain. And a run losing position, but staying on the top row. There's only 7 getting that one right. Matt the Sprat moves to the apex. Clive in second. Happy is in third. One final question to make you stand here, gang. Very best of luck. Here is question number 10. In which sports did Matt Weston win 2 gold medals at the 2026 Winter Olympics? Skeleton, bobsleigh, luge, Nordic combined. Time, and the correct answer was the skeleton. 18 players getting that one right, 8 players getting it wrong, and for the final time this round, let's reorder the chain. Matt the Sprat is at the apex come the end of the round. It's going to have the highest advantage going into the final, and that is the end of round 2. Stream in a pub last night. That was, I think, a collegeist of... I wasn't streaming last night. Ash's stream, possibly. Ash was streaming last night, Jack. Welcome to the stream, by the way, my dude. Hope you're well. Right. So, Matt the Sprat is at the apex. Clive's in second. Colin's in third. Conradlac in fourth. Cola fifth. Prue sixth. BC is seventh. Bungle is eighth. Jogging in ninth. CJ 10th. Shapes 11th. He's climbed a long way back up, having fallen to the bottom from third earlier on. Silver Electron is 12th. Stilgar 13th. Shadowmane 14th. Stimpson 15th. Ukulele 16th. Woollyback 17th. PC to Computers is 18th. Happy is 19th. Prey is in 20th. Flyboy 21st. A run, having led the round for the majority of the questions there, slips down to 22nd. JR's in 23rd. AB Me's in 24th. Dan's in 25th. And Topper in 26th. However, that is only half the story. There is still time to climb to the apex and see if you can become our champion, as it's time for round 3. Round 3 is Ascension. Answer correctly to rise up your division. Answer incorrectly to fall down to the bottom of your division. Top and bottom 2 of each division will be promoted and relegated after each question, and the player at the apex at the end of the game is the winner. I need to add some more logging to this so that I can see at a glance when it is impossible for you to reach the top. For now, I'm going to have to work it out manually. Yeah, so there will come a point if you're in the bottom leagues where it will become mathematically impossible for you to reach the top. I have got on the potential to-do list set the straps to lights out, so black out the straps when that happens, but it's slightly more complicated than that because you've still got the promotion relegation thing, and you might get promoted into a league that's still in colour, so it's something I need to think about a little more carefully anyway. Right, let's add the division spaces, find out how many divisions we are going to have. Just the 4, green, yellow, orange, and red. So, whichever division you are in now, that is where you are starting. You need to get to the top 2 spots of your division in order to get promotion to the next. You need to avoid the bottom 2 spots to avoid relegation. 10 questions in this final round, and the best of luck to you all. Here's the first. Which of these things is least likely to have any form of red top? Skimmed Milk, The Daily Mirror, Bruno Fernandes, UPS driver. Time. Correct answer. It's a UPS driver. They famously wear brown. Skimmed Milk is sold in the UK with red tops. Bruno Fernandes plays for Manchester United who have red shirts, and the Daily Mirror is one of the so-called red top newspapers of the UK. Only 4 players getting that one wrong. 3 of them are in the bottom division anyway, so let's reorder the divisions. Not much reordering to do, but for those who were right, for some of you, unfortunately, still going to mean a relegation. Shadowmane and Stilgar, BC improves, Simpsons Angle and Prey. The Simpsons Angle was actually wrong there. Let's do those promos and relegations. And clear the question. At the Sprat, you're still at the apex. Let's move to our next question. Oh, hello. Lupine, thank you very much for that raid. Welcome on in, Raiders. And here's your question. Agar jelly and the sweetener carrageenan are both derived from what natural source? Agave, potatoes, seaweed, willow bark. Welcome on in, Lupine and Raiders. Jogging, welcome to the stream as well. And that is time. The correct answer. It's seaweed. Aspirin comes from willow bark, vodka from potatoes, and tequila and sisal to make dartboards from agave. So things that you might recognise that do come from those, but seaweed is where we get agar jelly and carrageenan. Let's reorder the leagues. And a couple of wrong answers there. Players falling to the bottom. Does mean Colin and Jogging, BC, Woollyback, PC, and Stilgar, you are about to be relegated. But first, here's a message from our sponsor, the Lupine One.
Ha.
Ha, back at you. Thank you very much for the 68-month subscription there, Lupine. Prug, CJ, Shadowmane, Happy, Prey, and Stimson, you're all about to be promoted. And Matt the Sprat maintains the apex. There's the room code, Lupine. Right there. Okay, let's take a look at question number 3. Which of these Song of the Year 2026 Brit Award nominees is by 2 main artists who were both nominated for British Album of the Year? Victory Lap, Blessings, Rein Me In, Defying Gravity. Time. The correct answer. Rein Me In features Olivia Dean, nominated for The Art of Loving, and Sam Fender, People Watching. Defying Gravity is Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. Blessings, Calvin Harris and Clementine Douglas. Victory Lap, Fred Again, Skepta, and Plaque Boy Max, none of whom I've heard of. None of whom are nominated either, apparently. So just 6 getting that one right. And it debugs my eliminated players. So Lupine, you've joined the game. You are technically an eliminated player now, which is why you don't get a strap. But you got that one right, which is nice. Rein Me In was the answer. Now let's reorder the leagues, or not. Why aren't you reordering leagues? Oh no, we've got a soft lock. Oh, this is a fine state of affairs, isn't it? I don't think there's anything I can do about this. I have no other buttons. There are none. And I have a feeling that is a player joining. Let's not. Please don't blame. It's not your fault, Lupine. It's my fault for not testing that edge case. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm just going to refresh that. No, my bar is bar's dead. Well, if something's going to break, I'm glad it's a software error. It means that Clive is technically the winner. Cola gets the silver, and Matt the Sprat gets the bronze. And no, that wouldn't help. That wouldn't help because he's in the game now. So I'm not going to panic because there's not much I could do about it. It's yeah, were I in inspector mode, I might be able to do that. But that's if we all look away, will it do that? So no, we're going to have to forego the final 6 questions because this is a game that is nigh on impossible to restore to the original position, and there is no time machine anyway. Thank you, Lupine. So I think we will leave it there, and we won't have any credits because I can't even skip to the credits. It's just going to be a nice soft lock yeah, thank you for helping me find that bug. And I will fix that for next time as a matter of urgency. But were that to reorder, it would go Clive to the top, taking the gold. Cola would go into second place and get the silver. And it would be Matt the Sprat who would get the bronze. Also means the pennies aren't going to pay out, regrettably, but I can still do the medals. But hopefully we had fun, and hopefully, yes, Sam will be able to reuse these questions in a future game of something. That's a tremendous shame, and that's entirely on me, so huge apologies that I've curtailed the stream a little early. And it's only 5 to 9, but we have got an episode of The Drain that we're going to test out and see how that goes. And depending how things are after that, and if there's an appetite for it, could even wheel out Spotlight, possibly, or I might just have an early night. Apologies for the abrupt ending to that game, and I will go and see if I can recreate this. But that could probably be a better use of my time this evening, actually recreating this bug and going from there. So, what we're going to do? Try pushing the button again. No, it's just going to be. It's going to be giving me a load of errors. Lupine Oni, welcome to the stream. And yeah, my operator button's locked, and F1, which is my fail-safe progress gameplay. I'm just gonna double check something. On the off chance I didn't hook F1 up to progress gameplay. Nah, that's definitely, well, that Stream Deck button's hooked up to F1 anyway. Yes, I'm pushing the right one. Right, we'll leave that there on that rather abrupt ending. We'll pay the medals out as they are, and I will fix my code. And I'll tell you what, it's because in the original version we had eliminated players, and now we don't, but players who join late are still treated as eliminated players. So it's probably just a couple of lines that I need to patch out, but I'll go have a look at that. So we're going to play the Drain in a minute. Give me 5 minutes to get it set up and get the players into the room and get their details and so forth. And then we'll be playing the Drain, and then maybe we'll do something spontaneous. I mean, I've got half a pack of Cryptex if anyone wants to play some Cryptex. I was going to save it for next season, but we could do that in a bit. Maybe we'll put it to a vote or something. So early night, Cryptex, Spotlight, or yeah, those feel like the three options at the moment. Or I could dig out a legacy pack from eons ago, one of mine, and we could redo that. Let's see. It's not quite complete. I think there's only like five puzzles in it. So, but yeah. 4 massive piss up, that's also an option. Right, sit tight everybody, and we'll be back very soon with the Drain. Thank you all for playing, and thank you to Sam for the questions that we saw. Apologies for breaking your game. I'm not having much luck the last couple of... No impromptu dev stream, not tonight. Fancying a dev stream tonight. I'll be back in a few minutes when we'll be playing the Drain. Don't touch that dial, we'll be right back. I've just remembered the thing that I need to do before anything else. Players in the broadcast studio, if you could stay muted for me, please. I've just remembered I can't actually start the game until you've joined the room, which you can't do until I've given you the code. So let me send that to you real quick. Yeah, I forgot that's a safety feature of this. Universal controller as normal, and I'm assuming you all can hear me. If you could come and join now, that would be grand. You can hear the fans now, good. And I've got 2, I've got 3, and I have got 4. Right, roll VT. Welcome to the drain. Oh yeah, I'll let it do the camera pan. If you type in the chat and your avatar will appear. This is the drain, the second pilot of the game. Yeah, there's a few bits. It's changed a bit since last time, so even the players here won't necessarily be 100% sure on how the format is going to work, but all will become clear to them in just a moment. There's a couple of things that I probably should have tested before running, but hey, we'll do it live and we'll see what happens. Let's find out who's playing tonight. First up is Arun. He's 23 from Argyll and Butte, and he works for the long arm of the law. Hello there, Arun.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, sir. Yourself?
I'm doing alright, yeah, doing alright.
Good egg. Now, I'm hoping you can hear me, and that stream can hear you, and that you can hear the music, but you can't see anything on the screen.
I cannot see anything, and I can hear you, yes.
Good. I would encourage all hot seat players to just turn their stream monitors away for now. Obviously, there'll be latency there anyway, but it would potentially give you an unfair advantage because you don't see these questions. Now, did you see pilot number 1, Arun?
At 2 times speed the day after, yes.
Okay. So how do you feel you're going to get on with this as a buzzer quiz?
It's my sort of thing, just sort of lots and lots of questions repeatedly. I've done enough of them to sort of be decent enough, anticipating where stuff is going. So it should be okay.
Well, let's see how you get on. Very best of luck to you, Arun.
Thank you.
And also playing the drain tonight, we've got JR. He's 34 from Hampshire, and he's a code monkey. JR, welcome.
Ook, ook, ook.
Ook, ook, ook. Code monkey. That's what sort of code do you tend to dwell within?
I have experience as a full stack developer, so
Ooh. We're not.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. No, I'm not here to. I'm not here to show off. I'm here to be a guinea pig rather than a monkey tonight.
Well, I appreciate your guinea pigging very much. And to PC to computers in the chat, not a policeman, a legal bod rather than that long arm of the law, rather than the on the street, on the beat type.
The right side.
The right side of the law. JR, appreciate you being here. Thanks very much. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
And also, we got Ben. He's 27 from Northern Ireland, and he's a fraud consultant. Adding to the list of, do people consult you on their fraud, or do you investigate fraud?
I go investigate fraud, and I keep finding things at my company that I'm like, this should have been solved a while ago. That this should not have reached my plate. We should not be doing this. So there's plenty of work for me to be involved with. Nice.
Now, Ben, did you catch Saturday's pilot?
I didn't. I saw very quickly earlier on after you invited me, like the bit of round 1, but I didn't see further than that. So I'm going into this mostly blind, apart from someone telling me that this is a combination of the finish line and time is money, and that sounded good to me.
Okay. Well, jury's out as to whether it is indeed those two things combined, but we'll see how you fare. Thanks for being here, Ben, and very best of luck.
Thank you.
And finally, we've got Prey. He's 31 from Scotland, and he's a postie. Hello, Prey.
Hello.
How are you keeping?
I'm doing okay. Thank you very much.
Lovely stuff.
How are you?
Yeah, well enough. So I'm slightly miffed that Apex didn't die, but I suppose it's somewhat refreshing to have a software error rather than a hardware error for its sake. So that's quite therapeutic. Now, you've got a bit of experience with buzzer stuff. I know you're a regular in Jeopardy, both playing and hosting. How do you think you're going to get on here?
I personally, I hope I will do quite well, but I guess the caliber of opponents I'm up against, jury's technically out on that one.
Well, it is indeed, and we will see lots of law references. We've got a fraud consultant, we've got the long arm of the law solicitor here, and the jury is indeed also out.
I got a jury citation today as well.
Did you? How exciting!
I did. I legitimately did.
Nice. I am just going to mute alerts, by the way, chat, just in case anything comes in. We don't want to break either mine or the player's concentration. Prey, thank you very much for being here, and best of luck.
Thank you for having me.
So, a quick reminder of the rules, and by reminder I mean explanation of the rules, because for some you won't know the rules, and for some who do know the rules, they've probably changed. So, in a minute, we will start by putting some points onto your podia. This is a zero-sum game, which means the points that are distributed to you at the beginning is the total of the points we're going to have at the end of the game. In the first round, you'll start with 150. Your target is 200. Once the clock starts, and we have no starter phase anymore, once the clock starts, all of your podia will begin to drain. And they will drain into a communal pot, which will be displayed on the board behind you and on your devices at the top. If you buzz in and answer correctly, you win the points in the communal pot and the pot resets to 0. If you reach 200, you are safely through to the next round. If there is more in the pot than you need to get to 200, any leftover stays in the pot and continues to accumulate on the next question. With every player who qualifies, the drain will increase. If you buzz in and you are incorrect, you will be locked out until the question is over, whereupon you will be able to come back in and play. I think that's about all there is to it. Here's the thing, if you hit 0, you are not immediately out of the game, because there are still, if you hit 0, there are potentially still points in the pot for someone else to claim, which could be used. So we could have some up and down here. This is the first time I've played through with these numbers, so they might require some tweaking. But ultimately, the goal is to hit the target of 200 by buzzing in and being correct. Final word of warning, you do not get the questions visually displayed. You only have me reading them out. Once you buzz, I will stop. You may interrupt my read, but I will stop reading immediately, and you must answer within 2 seconds. Once I finish reading the question, I will throw the question out after 2 seconds once the read has finished. Do you all understand the rules?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, so nothing will appear on our universal controller window, it will just be a buzz button.
The category and the next category will appear, and the scores of the podia and the current amount in the pot will appear at the top, but the question itself will not.
Okay.
One more quick thing.
Please.
For buzzing, is it like click or space and
Click.
or both? Click. Okay,
Click.
cool.
I believe it's click only for the time being. One other thing, when you buzz, all of the drains will immediately stop, and they will restart immediately as soon as the question becomes live again. If someone buzzes and is incorrect, they're locked out, but somebody else may buzz in, and you can come in as soon as you can, as soon as you like, and continue to interrupt the question read if you like. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to codify these rules properly in the fullness of time, but for now, let's play round 1 and put 150 points on each of your podia. Starting with a question on celebrities. I wish you all the very best of luck. Oh, final thing, please don't, it will say on your device who has buzzed, but please don't answer until I've said your name, just in the interest of race cases and stuff. Okay?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Good luck to you all. Yep. Let's play. Which actor did Jennifer Lopez file to divorce in 2024? Ben.
Brad Pitt.
Incorrect. Time up. It's Ben. Oh, whatever. It's Ben Affleck, and we've got a race case there, and we've gone to N May Phase. For fuck's sake!
Oh.
And my emergency stop doesn't seem to be working either. Oh, for Christ's sake! How did that race case happen? I've pressed the button. If I just press End Main Phase, and now we get a tiebreaker question. Okay.
Sorry.
Not your fault.
it.
Not your fault. Let's do that again,
Discovered
shall we?
it early.
It's all good.
I've been testing the shit out of this as well. Right, let's try that again.
It's always when it's live, mate. It's always when it's live.
Yeah, always the live demo.
Right, XKFC is
Hands
occasionally.
confirmed.
Please don't anybody else join on the universal control, otherwise you'll cause more things to break, which is not what we want.
What was that code? Sorry.
XKFC.
Do I need to refresh my controller?
You will.
Okay.
Okay. If that happens again, we might very well be going to a dev stream. I think it's because of the timeout. I think what must have happened, there must have been a buzz and I locked it out simultaneously, so I might need to add some more protection there anyway.
Possibly an automatic counting?
Possibly. Oh look, we've got players in the audience though, so that's working. I need to think about it, exactly how it's going to be.
I'm not sure the automatic counting would work.
No, I feel that's not
depends
the
on
best way to do it, but I need some sort of buffer there. Yeah, introductions. We've done those. So it's not that I'm not pleased to see you, but we'll call this pilot night, where I just test stuff. Right. Same again. At some point, that question is going to appear again, possibly. Hopefully not immediately. If you could all do the honourable thing, and I'll just try and skip it if it does appear, that would be great. Right.
Okay.
Good luck. Let's play. What L is a major French sports fashion brand that features a crocodile, JR?
Lacrosse.
Incorrect. Ben?
Lacoste.
Correct. What foodstuff do the players attempt to create in the 2024 board game Fromage? Ben?
Cheese.
Correct. In the Bible, who is the giant champion of the Philistines defeated JR?
Goliath.
Correct. On which ship did James Cook travel to Australia, Arun?
Endeavour.
Correct. The suffix pod, as in the term arthropod, Arun?
Foot.
Correct. Which Soviet leader was asked to tear down this wall? Pray.
Gorbachev.
Correct. The plogging movement sees participants doing which other activity while jogging? Picking up litter. Moluccan musked, greater sooty, and American barn are types of which bird? Arun.
Owl.
Correct. Which fashion house's logo features the head of Medusa? Too slow. Versace. The film 13 Days is a dramatization of which diplomatic incident of 1962? Too slow. It's the Cuban Missile Crisis. Who played Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Prey?
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'm too slow on the buzzer.
Too slow on the buzzer, and they did reach a point. There were 3 questions there where you were both maxed out, and it came down to next question wins. But
Just didn't have a clue, mate.
it's the way it goes. Yeah, I appreciate you being here. Apologies for that crash, and yeah, we'll chat with you again soon.
Yeah, not a problem. Thank you very much for having me.
On we go. Oh, I have to close the strap first, and now I load the next round. 3 players progress forwards. Arun, Ben, and Prey. Very well done. You all managed to collect 200 points. Let's put them back onto your podia. We're now chasing 300 points. The last player, the first player, not the first, but the last player who doesn't get there will be eliminated. You know the drill. Good luck. Here is our first question. Claudia Winkleman hosts which reality show? Pray.
The Traitors.
Correct. Nairobi is the capital city. Arun.
Kenya.
Correct. What is the second book of the Old Testament? Arun.
Exodus.
Correct. What film features the songs Over the Rainbow and If Ben?
Wizard of Oz.
Correct. What was the first planet of the solar system discovered? Ben. Too slow, I'm
Uranus.
afraid. Arun.
Jupiter.
Incorrect. Too slow. Oh, it's happened again. I've got the edge case bug where I went to time it out and the buzz came in. I'm gonna have to fix that. Because yeah, we're at the point now. What happens if I go end main phase? Well, it's not a tie. It might actually. If I go emergency stop, can I do a thing? Okay, what happens if I go... Okay. I can sort of do a thing. Let's unemergency stop. Right, it's going to eliminate someone. It might be you, Prey.
Yeah, it was me. Okay, great.
Sorry, man.
I'm gonna be honest.
Because you actually got that one right
completely-
there. I've got to do something about this race case.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I was more than likely gonna get eliminated here with these two, being up against these two.
Well, let's play this final round out with the thing that is it's not died. So let's put 300 points each on your podium, Arun and Ben, and let's see if we can play out this game. Good luck to you both.
I'll hop out. Have a go.
Thanks.
Good luck.
We'll talk to you in a bit.
See you later.
Good luck. Let's play. Gorgonzola cheese comes from what country? A run.
Italy.
Correct. What E is a Christian feast held on the 12th day of a run?
Easter.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
No buzz? I'm going to time it out then. Epiphany. Which Truman Capote work features the character Holly Golightly? Ben.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Correct. In the Gregorian calendar, how many months of the year have precisely 30 days? Ben.
4.
Correct. Which vowel is the middle letter in the word statuette? Ben.
U.
Correct. US Route 66 extends from California in the west. A run.
Illinois.
Correct. In The Matrix, Neo is made to choose between a run.
Blue.
Correct. The Curonian Spit is shared between Russia and which Baltic country? A run.
Ukraine.
Incorrect. Want to buzz, Ben? Ben?
Estonia.
Incorrect. It's Lithuania. Upwards is a 3D version of which classic board game? A run.
Gravel.
Correct. Which vowel is the middle letter in the word psoriasis? Ben.
E. No.
Incorrect. Want to buzz? A run?
Aye.
Correct. Which animal got its name from the Gugu Yimithir word a run?
Aardvark.
Incorrect. Word ganguru. Ben?
Goose.
Incorrect. It's kangaroo. Which actor did... Okay, we'll skip this question because we had it before. The 2024 memoir Patriot is written by Alexei Navalny and anti-corruption... Ben?
Russia.
Correct. Which European country elects politicians to a 4-year term in the Bundestag? Ben?
Germany.
Correct. Mislav Rostropovich, Pablo Casals and Yo-Yo Ma are best known for playing a run.
Violin.
Incorrect. Do you want to buzz? No, I'm going to... Oh, Ben, buzz.
Cello.
Is the correct answer. Who wrote the 1931 novel Brave New World? Ben.
Aldous Huxley.
Correct. Which TV game show hosted by Ant and Dec theoretically a run?
Limitless Win.
Limitless Win is right. Who is the first person to die in the King James Bible? A run.
Abel.
Correct. What's the name of the sequel to John Milton's 17th century epic poem, Ben?
Paradise Regained.
Correct. Mary Berry and Paul Hollywood were the original a run.
The Great British Bake Off.
Correct. The song New York, New York was written in which a run?
50s.
Incorrect. Ben, would you like to buzz?
Sure. 60s.
Incorrect. It's the 70s. What does the T stand for in the entertainment acronym BAFTA? A run.
Theatre? No,
Incorrect.
no.
Ben?
Television.
That's the one. In the electoral system commonly abbreviated to FPTP, a run.
First past the post.
No. What does the F stand for?
First.
Ben? Correct.
First.
Sorry, Arun, it's one of those ones you preempted the buzz,
Yeah.
and it's that feels a bit mean. Maybe I should have given you that
It
one,
does,
but it does. But there we go.
Oblet.
GG's.
No, you were so quick on the buzzer because it felt like so many times the buzzer was like you'd got just in front of me. So really,
That's
really, really good stuff.
exactly what I felt about you buzzing in. I'm like,
I will say I've got a lot of late buzzes on my log, which means the buzzes came in. It locks it out. It checks to see that no one else has buzzed, but it might still receive the payload. And if I get late buzzes, because obviously if you buzz, if it happens too late after, you lose your buzzer. But if I get a late buzz, it means you both physically press the button. Yeah, it was very close, very close. A run, out of points and out of time. Thank you for playing. You've been eliminated.
having me. Cheerio.
Oh, let's clear the question and then click the button. Well, Ben, you're the winner.
Thank you. I was not expecting that against Arun, but I'm quite pleased with that.
Yeah, it was a good game. So it was. I'm sorry about the bug causing. So that's 2 bugs in 2 games tonight, which is a tremendous shame. So I should probably go and fix those. I think that would be a good plan.
I have to say, from a contestant point of view, that felt very good fun.
Good. Well, I'm glad to hear it.
The controller worked very well of updating like the scores at the top. Like that was very seamless. So even though I'm not seeing the stream, I felt like I had a very good sense of like where I was at all points.
You get all the information that you need,
Yep.
which is key. Well, I appreciate the feedback, Ben. Thanks very much, and we look forward to seeing that more in the next season, maybe later in this season as well. But I'm going to let you go for now. I'm going to roll the credits, and we're going to do a Thunderball draw. And yeah, thanks for playing.
Thank you very much for having me.
Cheers,
Have
mate.
a good evening.
And you.
Cheers.
So, Ben is our champion after a slightly broken game, which required 1 restart. But yeah, there's obviously an edge case in there that I need to go and deal with. But for now, I'm going to roll the credits, and then we're going to have a Thunderball draw, because hopefully that'll be just something that works. See you in a minute. It's Thursday night. We are live from the Game Night Control Center, and it is time for our midweek Thunderball draw. HLMF is the code, and Dev, welcome to the stream. Unicorn, room code. Turn off non-focus players so they don't need to see all of your lines coming in. Part of me wondering why I bothered tonight. Mind you, finding bugs is still a useful thing to do, although I'm always mortified when it ruins someone's question pack, so massive apologies to Sam for ruining that game of Apex, and what can you do? What can you do, eh? Does anybody want a dev stream in a minute? A little lottery before the lottery. Oh yeah, let's check in with lottery requests. We've got 1, 2, 3 lottery requests. Let's give those out to Colin and to SJ and to Effrontery. Award random deal success. 1925, 248 and 358. So good night for Colin there. Not so good for the other 2, but there they are. Right, and Effrontery, welcome to the stream as well. If you type in the chat, your avatar will appear. That's good. Prototypes can and will happen. Need to be Okay, I've got a few raid messages to go on there. Anyone else come to join? We've got a decent number. Yeah, I need to make it an optional bonus round at the end. Face-Off has got that optional final round. How would it work though? Just play until the question database is exhausted. Or you just keep answer as many questions as you can before the 600 hits 0. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure about having a bonus round because it's a buzzer quiz and there's no need to buzz when it's just you, so... yeah, the preemption, the interrupt and not carrying on reading, that's my bad, and that's just a habit that I've got to get into, Ardenfets. Oh, that's true, Clive. Good point. Right, I think that's long enough. Let's hide that room code. 28 of you in, and let's start the machine. And tonight we're using Guinevere and set of balls number 6. A reminder of what you could win. See if we can get a game go from start. Well, Plinko went from start to finish without breaking, I suppose, didn't it? So, yeah, that's what you could be winning tonight. Let's see if fortune is going to favour you this evening. Let's release those big money balls. And in they go. Set of balls number 6. Yeah, it's a good set. Good set of balls. Interesting pointer, and say a couple of people have mentioned the categories don't really add anything. My logic was that it gives you some direction in which the question is going, but to your other point, I couldn't make the scores any bigger because the scores uses a different part of the application in that top bar. I can't make that any bigger without making it bigger, like everywhere on the app, and that's not necessarily appropriate. Without sending a payload that will basically cancel your buzzer every time it gets sent out. That one just updates internally. It doesn't update anything else in the scene. But yeah, it's complicated stuff. I'll get into it more later on. Anyway, I'll stop reading suggestions. Let's start the draw. Okay, let's have something not break. That would be good. That would be very, very good. If anyone wants to stick around, I might do a 20-minute dev stream just to see if I can fix that race case. First ball out tonight is number 34. 7th appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared Thursday, the 12th of February. Yes, we should break the bank. After Plinko wasn't particularly generous. Mind you, it wasn't generous, but it did pay out double tonight. It didn't wipe half the players out, so... Anyway, next ball out, number 32. Second appearance for that in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared Thursday, the 26th of February. Seen your comments, Stimson's angle R1 and round 2 feeling a little bit short. That could just be to do with the points, which are easy to finagle. So it might be a matter of tweaking, which we could do maybe in a little dev stream in a minute. Oh, for gosh, that's all we need. We're going to get stuck here now. Broken, I haven't got 34. Oh, we've got that one out there. Oh my god, it's 33. Fourth appearance in the main Thunderball draw. Last appeared on Thursday, the 5th of March. So we've got 3 consecutive numbers. I mean, it could happen. Stranger things have happened. Guinevere, sort your life out. Have a word with yourself. Goodness sake, person. 27 is next. Third appearance, last appeared on the 5th of February. One more for that. That's a real shame. That is. I have to press the button.
What a shame.
What a shame. One more out of this first machine. Yeah, Lancelot's been teaching her his bad ways. Oh my god. What's going on? What is happening tonight? We're not going to get a 5th ball at this rate. Surely now. There we go. It's number 1. Third appearance of that in the main Thunderball draw. We last saw it Thursday, the 29th of January. A lot of null A lot of null coming out tonight. Well, there we go. There's the first 5. Let's start up the second machine and remind you of the payouts. Apparently, we're still on set of balls number 6, but we swapped to Excalibur. I must fix that bug. Anyway, let's release the Thunderballs. There we go, just 14 of the Red Bulls, and one of these could make you very, very rich. Mind you, I've only got 1 ball on each of 8 out of 10 lines have 1 number on them, so 10, maybe 10 or 4. Oh no, 14. That one doesn't have a foot. Anyway, let's see what it's going to be. I've got a laugh, but I've slightly lost the thread of this stream tonight. Blissfully short, and I appreciate everyone hanging out. Right, let's have a Thunderball, shall we? No, God forbid. I mean, why would we pick one first time? There we go. It's number 10. Scan Consolation. I did ask for number 10. First appearance as the Thunderball for that. And let's have those numbers once again in ascending numerical order. Your winning line tonight is number 1, number 27, number 32, number 33, number 34, and the Thunderball is number 10. Let's see who has been successful tonight. Dev with 2 numbers and the Thunderball for 1,500 pennies. Maxio, Colin both getting 3 numbers without the Thunderball for 1,000 pennies. AB, me, Stilgar, Shapes, Ben, Shadowmane, me, Toot again, and Woollyback all 1 number with the Thunderball for 500 pennies. Yay. Total wins, Dev 1,850 across 3 lines, Toot 1,250 across 3. Maxio 1,000 across 1, Colin 1,000 across 1, and Shapes 1,000 across 3. Those are the biggest winners tonight. They have been paid into the penny bank, and much joy will follow. Yay. Joy! As Huds601 would say. Right. Let me roll the credits and then I'll decide what I want to do. I could do a little dev stream. Just go and look at some code and see if we can fix it. If you want to stick around, great. If not, no drama. But yeah, have some credits either way. Where's the button? There's the button. Yay. Credits. Oh, turn the mic on, Ben. Right. Anyone in the mood for a dev stream? Would you like to see if I can fix this? Dev stream. If you don't want to stick around for a dev stream, that's fine. If you do, I might just do a little bit. Drink along dev stream, that'd be fun. No worries, Prudes. Have a good night. Right, I'm going to go in and fix the race case, and then I'm up for potentially having one more game where we tweak the values slightly, if we think that is needed. I'll do raid message later. Well, I do raid message when I raid, to be honest. Don't tend to do raid message before raiding. There might still be something amusing that happens. Now, I need to see if I've got a scene that I can show you everything. If I go game with cam... going to capture the launcher at the moment because that's still running. This is the launcher, by the way, the launcher in the operator. Now, have I got something in here that allows me... fuck's sake. Let's... okay, I'm going to have to squidge you up there. Let's squidge you up there. Right, that's better. Right, let's get rid of built graphics capture. And let's add a window capture? No, display capture. Unbuilt graphics capture, that's what we need. Let's chuck that in. And point that to... well, maybe not my Discord. Let's hide that just a minute. Primary monitor, is that the one? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, we'll keep the operator open in the background. In fact, can I minimize the operator? No, but I can move it up there. So it's out the way, and then I can put the IDE elsewhere. So let's put that there. Let's move the game down there. And was that only capturing one corner? It looks like it's only capturing one corner. Right. Oh no, it's getting the whole thing. Right. And let's plop you there and bring you up to there. That'll do. Right, let's move you over there and you over there. So I'm not used to coding on one monitor, but let's get my IDE open. It does not look familiar, Dan. It does not look remotely familiar. It doesn't. That's a lie. Right, let's put Copilot down there for now. Not that I'm planning on using it much. In fact, I could probably close it for now. I'm not likely to use it. Right. Okay. So the issue is there is a race case. And I'm going to leave it in test mode as well so I can just click through. Mind you, I'm still going to need people to come and play. Let's load up some different questions because we're going to come out of remote operator for now. And let's pop the pilot questions back in for now. Oops. Pilot questions, there we go. Oh god, shot for every bug, mate. You're going to wake up and casualty rush me. Bloody hell, have you seen me code? Right. So the race case is coming in with on buzz, and it's obviously happening... I'm obviously what's happening is that a buzz is happening. Okay, let's just check the gameplay manager because this is where the states are sort of manipulated. So what happens is I get this timeout main. If someone buzzes, yeah, so that's what's happening. Timeout main is the state I sit on when I'm waiting for a buzz. If I click continue and then someone buzzes at the same time, the state moves to here, player buzz main, and then increments because I've clicked the button to increment the stage, I guess. Basically, soon as the very instant that I touch this button, we need to not accept any more buzzes. So how can I do it? So we go into reveal main game answer. We don't actually increment the stage straight away. Oh no, we do. We go to do nothing. So it stands to reason if the stage is do nothing, we shouldn't be able to buzz, and it should be as simple as that. When that's in podium, which is over there. So we've just got a property thing that sets buzzed. Buzzer enabled or buzzer locked. That's returning anyway. Right, so if buzz is true, it just raises on buzz. So basically we need to prevent it from going into here. Value is buzz and Will it still have raised the spotlight? We don't want to toggle the spotlight at all, because the spotlight gets toggled down there for when they buzz. Yeah, so at this point, when buzzed is set, it might be as simple as .get.current stage. Oops. Current stage equals do nothing. Return. I think that might be it. I think. Because as soon as I click reveal main game answer, it sets it into do nothing. And then the stage is incremented later on. Yeah, increment main, it's there, it's in this invoke here. Current main index. In fact, it comes out of the property change up here. Oh, this is a chunky property change. I think it's as simple as that. I honestly do. So for the rest of the class, Dev, what's happening is that if I click to time out the question at the same time that somebody buzzes, the states get very confused, and it puts us into this locked position where it thinks it wants to end the stage, which isn't what it wants to do. So basically, if the stages do nothing, which is what it goes to when I time out the question immediately, it shouldn't register a buzz. I think, do I need to protect it the other way? Because if a buzz has been registered, and that thread is already running there, we shouldn't be able to do anything there. So let's protect both sides. podiummanager.get.podia.any xx.buzzed. So if any of them have buzzed, we're just going to go... No, nothing else happens down there. We're just going to reset the stage to current stage equals... Do I want to set it to player but buzz mate? Do I want to just do nothing at this point? I just want to return, don't I? Because the stage would have been set elsewhere. This doesn't do anything at this point. Will it have incremented? Does it increment the stage? Current stage is value freezing merit. That's just a heartbeat back to me. So we set the current stage. Progress gameplay in and of itself does not increment the stage. You have to tell it to do that. So that should protect it on both sides. Who wants to test it then? And because of the way this game works, I actually need to go and set the players who are coming to play. Weirdly. So let me do this from the operator because actually let's take the pilot questions out. Let's take that out of test mode. Yeah, I'll just do the first. I need to know in advance who the 4 are going to be so that I can set them appropriately in the data for reasons of this is going to be a tournament game. It's a really clunky system, to be honest. It should just accept the first 4. Why don't I fix that now? In fact, it might fix that automatically. In fact, I think it does. You just might have a different avatar. Let's try it. So let's fire that up and go set up without launch because it's already up. QSWB. Right, first 4 players in. Skip opening titles, skip player intros, select question data. What did we want? I was going to put the pilot questions in. Yeah, drain pilot, send to build, hide launch, we get the game. All right. Yeah, QSWB. So first 4 players in. And we can have a real game or we can have a fake game. You've got to have a microphone, obviously. But yeah, I do need 4 players, and I will see when I've got 4. I can't even run the titles until I've got 4. Also, hello, Rushmead. Come on, let's have 4 players. I'm going to have to join myself, aren't I? QSWB. QSWB is the code. Right, I've got JR. Anyone else? Matt Sprat, Dev, and Shapes. There we go. Great. I've got 4, so I can run the titles. Oh, it does pull your avatars in. Oh, maybe it's just that for the player intros then. Right. Yeah, come, let's do this in the green room. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. We'll just do it here.
Hello.
We'll do it in the
that's
green
fine.
room. Oh, we've got a spectator in the form of Shadowmane as well. I fear you're not in the game, Shadowmane, but
Oh, sorry.
if we'll have another go in a minute. That'll be good. Okay, let's try and get this, replicate this race case, shall we? What a good idea. Stream, would you like to see everything a little bit fuller? Oh, it's going to be a bit grainy because I'm going 2 times, but I'll make it a bit bigger for stream. Right, fingers on buzzers, gang.
Okay.
Here we go. But let's have an actual round first of all, and then see if the race case comes up on its own. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good
Starting
luck.
with this.
Okay.
Which mathematical property states that if A equals B and A equals C, then B equals C? Dev.
Transitive property?
Correct. The 4th named storm in the UK, Ireland, and Netherlands in 2024? JR.
Alright.
Correct. What's the 7th letter of the English alphabet? Shapes.
E.
It is G. Which common antibiotic was discovered by Alexander Fleming in 19 Shapes?
Penicillin.
Correct. What colour uniform is worn by Leonard Nimoy as Spock? Matt.
Blue.
Correct. In the 2024 film Inside Out 2, Sadness's skin is which Shapes?
Blue.
Also blue, correct. In November 2024, Justin's son ate an artwork consisting of which fruit? JR.
Banana.
Correct. Which company's origins date back to the founding of the Anglo-Persian Oil Company? Dev.
Exxon?
No. Someone else? Shapes?
BP?
That's the one. Which Hindu deity is the god of preservation? Matt. Too slow, I'm afraid.
Brahma?
Someone else buzz? JR?
Vishnu.
That's the one. Which topical BBC panel show includes rounds such as Scenes We'd Like to See? JR?
Mock the week.
Yes. The poet Marshall was the first to use which word meaning to take credit for someone's work? Matt.
Plagiarize.
Correct. The 2024 A24 film where a gym manager falls in love with a bodybuilder is called Love Lies What? Too slow, I'm going to time you out. It's Bleeding. The H.G. Wells novel The War of the Worlds features alien invaders from which planet? Dev.
Mars.
Correct. Daniel Day-Lewis received his first Best Actor Oscar for playing Christy Brown in Matt.
There Will Be Blood.
Not the one. In which film? I'm going to buzz. It's My Left Foot. What B is the hollow tube passed between runners in a relay race? Matt.
Baton.
That's a save and off. Which US founding father and polymath can be found on the $100 bill? Dev.
Benjamin. Franklin.
I'll take that. Yep. What P is the study of soil science? Matt. Too slow, I'm afraid.
Petrology.
Dev, if you want to buzz. No, it's
don't.
pedology. In art, which often delicate material can be free blown or mold blown? Dev.
Glass.
That's the one. And that was a battle and a half, wasn't it, you two?
No, it wasn't.
It was really, Matt, you got down to 0 and then got 117 points and went over halfway. That was good fun. That was good yarn.
As if that was okay. Sorry.
No, you were great. You were great, mate. No, we didn't get that bug, so I'm going to encourage my friends in the next round. We're going to try and replicate it. So Matt, feel free to hang about, and we'll have another game in just a mo. We'll see if anyone else wants to come and have a go. But now let's see if we can actually repro the bug. What I'm going to encourage you to do is all try and buzz at the same time as me. Okay, so here we go. Let's start. I will count you in. Please buzz in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I have not fixed it. Right.
Good to know.
That's a no. Because I've now gone to the end main phase line. Right. Which is going to force a tiebreaker now if I do that. So, how do we fix this then? Let's kill the game. And actually minimize that. What is actually happening? Because it felt like the buzz came in after I had clicked. which means my state increments from timeout main. That obviously wasn't hit. And then it goes reveal main game answer. And then a buzz comes in. But that isn't delayed. We should immediately go to here. I mean, I can't imagine that's...
Is the controller seeing the buzz come in before, technically before you hit the button, because we've hit the button first, and there's a delay in the transmission between us hitting the button and it coming through?
But if that were the case, then this line of code should protect against that, because the buzz gets registered, and so then it hits the timeout main code. Unless, when you buzz, what state does it change it to when you buzzed? It changes it to player buzzed main, doesn't it?
It do.
Which is that one. And then I click the button and it increments it into end main phase. Or, no, I'll tell you exactly what's happening. It's coming in player buzzed main. So what's happening, the question clock and the pot is not collecting, so it sets it to end main phase. That's what's going on. So I need to protect against it. If the buzz comes in first and I click the button... that's all I need to do. I need to put that there. If player buzzed main, if anyone has buzzed, return. And that will fix it. He says with confidence.
I will take your word for it.
I have no guarantee whatever that will fix it. Let's go again. Let's see if that hunch is right. Thank you for rubber ducking there, JR. That's most useful. Anyone else want to come and join? CTFZ, first 4 in, get to come and play. But we will be doing a buzzer test. Skip opening titles. Skip player intros. Let's go with the... Do you want to see my test questions that I was working with? I haven't got any test questions.
I've always ended up with the blue podium. That's very funny.
That is because your data is set to be on the blue podium. If it finds data for a player, then it sets them to that podium. And because you were in the game earlier on, it will automatically put you there. But Dev and Matt and unknown player
I've been joggled about.
Are we going to get a fourth? We're going to get a fourth? Yeah, they're not in the data, so.
Anyone else?
Do you still need one more?
I do. Yes, please, Shapes. Black Rabbit, welcome to the stream.
What was the code this time?
Oh yeah, CTFZ.
Okay, there we go.
Fabulous. Right. And let's start by trying to break it. So, again, everyone's going to buzz in when I say. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, buzz. Oh, that's new.
That's not what you want to hear.
Well, it's done something correctly, but I've clicked the button, and my button therefore... Right. My operator... Dev buzzed. Now that normally clears the question. Now that's done the correct thing, because what's happened is I've clicked the button when that button was available to be clicked, but normally that times out the question. And I need that. I've just realised I need that button to skip without penalty. If, for example, you buzz and time runs out, which isn't actually a thing anymore. So I think if you buzz, it's either got to be right or wrong. Now, that's fine, because I can now mark you as correct or incorrect. Can we just do that again, and I'll get my state back? Great. 3, 2, 1, buzz. Okay, so I think I went slightly ahead of it that time. I've got Dev buzzed, and we've not broken things. And now, if I click that button... Oh, it still does nothing, because I've put that return catch in there. So basically, if that's a thing now, it means I can't pass the question after someone has buzzed. which I might occasionally need to.
I think you'll definitely need to.
You will definitely need to. I think it happened multiple times with me and Ray. And,
No, because
Well, I
normally...
guess- no, because you're just marking them incorrect.
I get correct. I've got correct and incorrect. That's fine. That button was for, like, when the time ran out, if someone buzzed, the buzz was registered before time ran out, but then the answer didn't come in before the bell went. That is useful to clear the question without penalty. So, if I mark Dev wrong, and we go 3, 2, 1, buzz. So the buzz is taking priority, which is fine. I'm going to go slightly earlier this time. So 3, 2, 1, buzz. But you can't because you've now got another question, and then the next question comes in. Okay, but if I click... Yeah, click to clear without penalty. I might have to add a new button to the operator for clear without penalty.
I mean, that's I think that's the simplest solution, yeah.
Does anyone want to see a dev stream of the operator? Or do you want to actually, now that that has at least been fixed, because the thing is, I shouldn't now need to do that. What happens if I press emergency stop? Nothing. So I need to fix that as well. Because, yeah, that was there when there was a time, but now there isn't a timer, and if you buzz, you are either right or wrong. The only time I would need to press that button is if the question was bad. Does that make sense? If it's a duff question, and I go... At that point, I go to an emergency stop and it throws the question out anyway, I think. At that point, you're at a tape stop anyway, so... I think I'm happy with that. So, shall we fix... Let's fix the rates. Dev, this was your idea. What do you think could be better rates, better tick rates for this?
Oh,
because word from BC said it felt like round 1 and round 2... sorry, from Simpsons angle, round 1 and round 2 were a little bit short.
Yeah, it did.
So, does that mean we're increasing the tick too fast, or we need more points?
Either it's starting too high, or you're increasing it too quickly.
As in the points the players start with is too much?
No, I think you've landed on a good starting score.
150 chasing 2.
Regardless of how you slice it, you're still going to be starting with what would it be?
150 chasing 200.
You'd be starting with 3/4 of the total bank.
Yes.
So, regardless of how many points are in the total, you'll
Well, I could do it so that the drain doesn't increase when a player escapes, or it doesn't increase by as much. Could that be a way around it?
I think you should add back the incorrect penalty.
Oh, that was what we were going to try, wasn't it? Yes. Well done, Dev. Good man. Right. So, look at this. Penalty points type is currently none. Do we want a fixed or a percentage?
I think a percentage, because you've got it on a round by round basis. So the further you get in the game, the more punishing wrong answers should be.
50%? Is that too much?
It's also nice for the player in behind to be penalized less for an incorrect answer.
That's also true, yeah.
I wonder if that might sort of encourage sort of, what would you call
Ouija
it?
straps.
Bit vexatious buzzing when they're sort of getting towards 0.
It's their loss.
I did wonder about the vexatious buzzing notion, in that if you're the last player to buzz...
It's really like they're not losing anything, they're going to buzz to just sort of be awkward.
If a player's sitting on 0, if a player's sitting on 0, then they are able to buzz in without penalty to try to get back in the game. but a player who is on the verge of winning has to be certain of their answer before they move.
So the more points you have, the riskier it becomes to buzz.
Yeah.
I think I agree with Fetz's point in chat. 50% is probably too big a
I agree
big a
that
penalty.
50% is too much.
25?
Yeah.
Should we try 25?
25, 10, something.
We
Okay.
can fuss about with the numbers.
It's a good place to work with because we can see if that is, and then if it's too much or not enough.
In
change
which
it
case,
accordingly.
I'm going to have to go and look at some code to make sure that it's actually doing what it's supposed to. So, on incorrect, mark incorrect, buzzer podium dot incorrect. Right, it's here.
Welcome to Ben Lathbury's Sausage Factory.
It is not a sausage factory. It's much better than all that.
I'm just saying, this is where you can see how the sausage is made.
Yeah.
Current round score equals mathf.round to int current round score times 1f minus percentage penalty points. And does that should just do the lights, I think? But what it won't do, friends, is add it onto the accumulating pots. So if operator.get.isNewGameMode. Otherwise, it just does that as normal. What we need to do is work out the penalty, which is going to be the same, actually. Oh, no, it's not. Current round score times by the penalty points, because it's 0.25, so the current round score rounded to an int will be 25% of their current round score. That is the penalty. Current round score minus equals penalty, and podium manager.get.amass points plus equals penalty. I think that's how we do it. Right. Let's try it.
You know, just to just throw in my 2 cents. Those two lines that you added, setting the penalty and subtracting from the score.
Yes.
That's the case in the else as well, and it's a nicer way of looking at it.
That's the
You can
case in
just,
the
like,
where now?
In the else condition, you could just take the penalty and the subtraction of the penalty out into the.
Oh, I
like,
suppose, yes, I
block
could do
without.
that. Let's chuck that up there.
And then it's just, if it's the new game mode, also add to the pot.
Hang on. Penalty. Yes, you're right. Current round score minus
Essentially,
equals penalty.
Yeah, no need for an else statement at all.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Dev, and your clean code guidance. If it's fixed, we'll do the same up there. Plus equals fixed penalty points. Right. Shall we try this? Oh, I'm very excited again now. I've got my mojo back, friend.
Very good.
After a slightly floppy stream earlier on. God, I've got to be careful where I'm going with that sentence.
I haven't got a rubber duck on my soundboard, but I do have this.
As do I.
Good enough.
DMXB. Anyone who wants to come and join? Skip opening titles. Skip player intros. Select. Shall we have some different question data?
Sure, why not?
I think I'm gonna skip this one now.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Shadow's still around, then
Shadow's still here. Shadow can hop in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hop in.
Right, you are. In you come. Right, Unity
all,
Project,
lads.
Game Night Originals, The Drain, Assets, Trivia, Used, Test Questions. But these are probably dreadful and awful. I think they were mainly generated by ChatGPT, but they are different. So,
Boy.
I'm a player light. If anyone else wants to come and join, DMXB. There we go, Shapes is in. Great. Okay, let's see what happens. 150 on your podia, and we're going to play for real. Good luck. Here we go. Who was the first president, Dev?
Kenya.
Incorrect. Of the United States. JR.
Abraham Lincoln.
Incorrect. Shadowbane.
George Washington.
Correct, and you're through. How many Grand Slam tennis tournaments are there? Shapes.
Oh.
Yes. In what year was the Magna Carta signed? Dev. Too slow, I'm afraid. JR, if you want to buzz.
Pass.
No. 12:15. What does HTTP stand for? JR.
Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
Correct. What is the most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere? Dev.
Nitrogen.
Correct. What year did World War II end? Dev.
1944.
No. JR.
1945.
That's the one. Well, we have not succeeded in making the first round last longer, because that was 6 questions. That's the problem. With that penalty, what's happening is the pot gets much bigger, much faster if you have a wrong answer early on.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any harm in how long that was, though.
Yeah, just don't get the questions wrong.
If anything, I felt the final round of the actual game we played earlier ran a little too long.
Because it was just a back and forth, right?
But it was intense.
Oh, for
There's
sure.
a lot of questions too.
Let's do another round and see if we still feel the same way when we go to round 2. Okay, 200 points each, and first question on science and nature. Here we go. What planet is known as the Red Planet? Shapes.
Mars.
Correct. Who was the Egyptian queen famously associated with JR?
Cleopatra.
Correct. What is the main ingredient in guacamole? Shapes.
Avocado.
Yes. How many strings does a standard guitar have? JR.
6.
Correct. Which band released the 1971 album Led Zeppelin 4? Shapes.
Led Zeppelin.
Funnily enough. What is the name of the princess Mario typically tries to... JR.
Peach.
Correct. What is the largest land animal on Earth? Shadow.
Elephant.
Yes. What is the capital city of Australia? Shapes.
Canberra.
Yes. What year was the original Doom first released? Shadow.
1993.
Correct. What is the largest ocean on Earth? JR.
Atlantic.
Incorrect. Shadow.
Pacific.
That's the one. Through which country does the longest stretch of the Amazon River flow? Shapes.
Brazil.
Yes. Who directed the 1993 film Schindler's List? Shapes.
Steven Spielberg.
Yes. Which enzyme found in pineapple can break down proteins? JR. Too slow, I'm afraid. No. Bromelain is the answer. In what year were women first allowed to compete in the modern Olympic Games? Shapes.
1900.
Very good. Which composer wrote the Four Seasons? Shadowmane.
Vivaldi.
Correct. What is the hardest natural substance on Earth? JR.
Diamond.
Yes. In what year did the Berlin Wall fall? Shadowmane.
1984.
Not correct, I'm afraid. No, I'm going to time you out. 1989 was the answer. Who is credited as the inventor of the World Wide Web? JR.
Tim Berners-Lee.
Correct. How many players are on a standard soccer team? JR.
11.
Correct. What is the name of the toy cowboy in Toy Story? JR.
Woody.
Correct. What was the name of the first artificial satellite launched into space? Shadowmane.
Skylab.
Incorrect. JR.
Sputnik.
Correct. What is the chemical symbol for gold? JR.
AU.
Correct. What is the capital city of France? Shadowmane.
Paris.
Yes. In which video game series would you find a character called Master Chief? Shadowmane.
Halo.
Correct. What is the name of the whale in Herman Melville's book of the same name? JR.
Moby Dick.
Correct. What is the name for a group of crows? JR.
Murder.
Correct. Which country is the origin of the dish paella? Shadowmane.
Spain.
Yes. In George Orwell's 1984, what is the name of the secret organisation that Winston believes JR? Too slow, I'm afraid. Shadowmane?
The Ministry of Truth.
Incorrect. Both of you are wrong. It's the Brotherhood. Lake Titicaca sits on the border of Peru and which other country? Too slow, I'm afraid. It's Bolivia. In which sport would you perform a slam dunk? Shadowmane.
Oh,
Basketball.
Correct.
damn it.
And I'm out of questions. There should be a catch for that. Apparently there isn't. I think that's probably run an error there. Has that got an error? Is there an error there?
Oops.
Yeah, we've
GG Shadow.
we've run out of got a no reference exception.
If we have a battle like that in a live on-stream game, that's going to be a moment that people make reference to. That a sort of proper battle like that.
Yeah. To be fair, that should be handled actually, and it's not because I've obviously forgotten it. But yeah, and now neither of you have got anything. Oh, for God's sake. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
I'm with Vets. That definitely felt like more of a battle with the risk of the penalty, especially when I was buzzing in and then just brain fart.
Yeah, I mean it means if you buzz in and then you let the pot grow. I just feel like that round one was very, very short. Maybe it's just round one when the first player qualifies. It may not need to boost until there are only 2 players left.
Could you change the multiplier on the penalty depending on which round it is?
Not at the moment, but I can make it.
That's what I'm saying. Is like.
Yeah.
That's a suggestion rather than a can you. I know you can. It's.
No, as in I've not implemented it for that. I would have to write that code, but yes, that's perfectly doable.
I mean, do you have a round number variable somewhere?
A round?
Then you just address an array.
Oh yeah, no, I know how I'll do it, darling.
Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, if you want me to, let me do that real quick. So it's
then round one is
what if
more.
The drain rate, what if the drain rate increased every question, and it started quite slow?
Every question.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout.
Which one should I do first? Should I make the percentage points flexible based on the round, or should I make the drain rate increase every question?
I like Dev's suggestion.
Then that is what we will do.
While I have your ear, can I give you one more?
Can I do this one first? Can you write that one down and then tell me in a minute? Otherwise I'll forget how I'm going to do this one.
We'll see.
Okay, fine. So at the moment, it is current tick interval. Current tick interval, which is there. We set that in the init for the round function. Right, at the moment, when someone qualifies, we just go divide equals 2. If future total is greater than max total. And in new game mode, right. So let's sack that off. Current tick interval is 1F. Elapsed time is greater than current tick interval. Right, that's fine. Okay. I think it only needs to go up by 0.1 per question. Bearing in mind that battle there was 30 odd questions.
It does need to end at some point.
So if we start, we need to have an upper limit, a lower limit, because the tick rate's actually going to go down. It's going to get faster, but the tick rate is going to decrease. So if we start it at 1 second, 1.5 seconds? What do we think?
For draining 4 points, is it?
So the number that you're,
So how often does a point
often
get
there's a tick.
deducted? Is it because at the moment it starts at 0.5 seconds in round 1, and halves every time someone qualifies.
What if?
I think.
Yeah, do start at 1, and on every question reduce it by
0.1, 0.05,
10%. Yeah.
By 10%.
That's ugly.
Well, it's a
Because
float
never gonna
value, so
reach
it can
0.
handle it, but
It'll never reach 0.
No, that's true.
that's You should be a programmer, Dev. You're quite good at this. Sorry. Right. Let's do that then. So it's going to be in Question Manager. Every time the current main index is incremented, if we are in game mode.dev's idea, oh, that's my camera cut stuff, which is effectively new game. And Ben's idea is old game mode. I don't know why I'm using that and not the helper function here. What's happening there? That is player has qualified, I think. So let's do it here when we enable buzzers. If operator.get.game mode equals no, let's just do is new game mode. Podium manager? Yes, podium manager.get.current tick interval times equal 0.9. Does that work? We multiply it by multiplying it by 0.9 the same as taking off 10%. It is, isn't it?
It is,
Yes.
yeah.
So current tick interval times equals 0.9f.
Dear God, there's a times equals in C#.
Yeah, love it.
Psychotic.
It's not psychotic. You Philistine. Is that it? I just need to
Dev's
reset.
day, you had to go with memory registers going uphill both ways.
Let's start the tick in. Where do I set the tick intervals? In the operator. Yes. Round start tick interval. So if we start at 1 for all of them, let's see how this affects it. Starting at 1 for all rounds? Yeah, because it's a flat rate by what it decreases by. Okay, let's see what happens. I think that's all I need to do. I don't think times equals 0.9. Current tick interval, that's on the init. It sets it to the start value, and if elapsed time is greater than current tick interval, yeah. Right, let's
If I
try
had to
it.
guess, this isn't going to be aggressive enough, but that's fine.
You think this is